Christmas! It's Christmas, yay! Have you been a good boy or okay? I'm not finishing that. That sounds really wrong to say, and I'm sorry. It's Christmas time, you guys, and what better way to celebrate the holiday season than to hear people's confessions and judge the hell out of them. Let's freaking do this. Alright, so this first one here is pretty entertaining and fitting because it's around Christmas time, but it says, am I the a-hole for refusing to do any work or chores for my parents until they rescind their punishments? Damn, queen. I mean, just do the work and do the chores, and so you don't get your punishment. I'm actually a little confused about this, so let's go into the details. I'm 18? I was seriously picturing someone a lot younger than that, but it says I'm 18 and for the last few years the agreement was that I do extra chores around the house and that would pay for my cellular data service. They also think that they can remotely shut off my phone entirely and have always threatened that as punishment. Well, that seems actually kind of standard, at least that's what I've heard so far, before. So a few nights ago I was caught watching porn on my phone, and I had fallen asleep with my phone on, and my mom came into my room while I was asleep to make sure I didn't have my phone in bed because she doesn't want the radiation to give me cancer or for it to explode and kill me. Oh my god, what is she doing coming into his room without knocking? I mean, sure, that kind of stuff would have worked, you know, if he was a lot younger, but if you're 18, you're a grown man or woman, then, you know, you're entitled to your privacy. At least, you know, that's what I think. But anyway, so she found the phone. And that morning, I was woken up to have a sit down with my parents. And they started going off on the negative impacts of porn and how it's very sinful, immature, and immoral, and it must be punished. They would be calling our phone service and having them power mine off for good. Why even bother? Why even bother going to the phone service? Why don't you just take away the phone? It's easier that way, right? And you don't have to go through all this hassle. I told them I was an adult, but they immediately interrupted me and said, it is our house, it is our rules. And I said, don't be mad when it's a house I never want to come back to. Oh my god, you really talk to your parents that way? I mean, sure, every now and then, you know, like having a fight or argument with the parents is, you know, bound to happen, but this is like some really deep cut stuff here. So they turned off my cellular data, and I've been acting like my entire phone has been shut off, but I also been refusing to do any chores or work around the house. This is coming from an 18-year-old. This is great. Yesterday evening, I was in my room studying because I wanted nothing to do with my parents. And my mom came in and said I have a dishwasher full of dishes to put away. I promptly told her no because I'm not being rewarded anymore. Then she went into a tirade about we're a family and we help each other in this house. This is your contribution to the family. But I said that involuntarily contribution to a family I no longer want to be part of isn't healthy. Oh my god, he doesn't even want to be a part of this family. I'm surprised that these parents haven't kicked him out already. I mean, he's 18, you know, he's legally an adult. They don't, I mean, I'm not taking anyone's side just yet, but just hearing the situation and just thinking about solutions for either party, you know, I think that's a necessary thing to do. So then she threatened to call the authorities on me for being defiant and threatened to put me in foster care. I mean, the dude is 18, right? Why not just kick him out? I mean, he's legally an adult. They don't need to have him in the house, and I mean, pretty sure that's happened before, where parents would be like, "All right, you're not allowed in the house anymore. Go off and become a man or a woman or be an adult," you know. But I just feel like there are better solutions than either party have come up with. And I'm not siding with any party just yet, but we'll see what happens. This isn't the first time that she's done this. I'm not surprised. I said she couldn't do that as it legally belongs to me, but she retorted with, "It's in my house, it's mine." I then said, "Well, if you walk into a jewelry store, steal a ring, and put it in your bag, are you going to explain to the police that it's in my bag, therefore it's mine?" And told her to bug off and leave me alone until she's ready to turn my phone back on. Oh my god. And then my mom stormed out of my room and whined about, "I do everything for my children, why can't they show any respect around here? I'm tired and done." And I decided to test the water. Oh my god. This dude is just like jabbing. He's jabbing at it. You know, every kind of opportunity, any slight window where he can, you know, say a slight remark or whatever. Oh man. He says, "Threatening literal foster care is not," but she interrupted and yelled, "Shut up!" And I returned to doing my homework and having little contact with my family. I learned how to get a job and aced the interview in personal finance class, so I'm taking the resume I created and tailoring it, and have applied to many in my area, yada yada. Can't wait to move out. So, I almost feel like both parties are assholes here. I mean, for one, the parents do have a point that if you are living, you know, under their roof, they have a set rules, you know, that they themselves also have their own rules, respectively. But if you are living under the roof, you're feeding them, you're giving them a roof over their heads. I mean, if they are giving a roof over your head, then you're obligated to, you know, at least do your part around the house, you know, do the chores, you know, take out the trash or whatever. I mean, you're 18. It's, I think, you know, given the fact that the way that your parents' rules are, it's probably best that you do move out of there as fast as you can. But also don't jab at that, you know, don't jab at whatever they're throwing at you. You kind of just have to do your time. That sounds really bad. Am I the a-hole for purposely embarrassing my dad and his wife at family events? Need some context here. So it's the same old story of my dad cheating on my mom and marrying his affair partner. This went down 2 years ago. My dad's family has kind of accepted my dad's new wife. I have never accepted her, but I'm not screaming at them or anything. What brings me to ask if I am the a-hole is the fact that I go to every family event and make it super awkward for my dad and his wife. Oh God, what do you do? Once I saw them and I said, "Uh-oh, hold on to your husbands." He just said this? You said this like out loud? Oh man. Oh. And during Thanksgiving, I said I was thankful that my mom had found a real man who was loyal and strong for once. Jeez. This was referring to her new boyfriend, obviously. Okay, stupid comments like that. My comments usually make my grandparents laugh, but my dad and his wife are clearly, very clearly uncomfortable and embarrassed. But I keep getting invited back to these events. I wonder why, right? Like, if you're gonna be saying stuff like that at every family event, like, pretty sure they don't want you there anymore. I just figured feeling uncomfortable is a small price to pay after destroying a family. My dad has apologized for the affair and has asked me to stop with the comments, but I don't think I will. So I think that the key factor here is that this went down 2 years ago. I mean, the parents have been separated for about 2 years now. And if it were any sooner, like if the the divorce and the destroying family went down a year ago, then that would be maybe different because anybody would kind of still feel like that whole mess is still fresh. But after 2 years, I would think that you had time. Everybody had time to move on. Hopefully, maybe. I personally, because I've gone through something like this before. You know, both my parents have been divorced for, oh God, how many years? A long time. And my dad has been remarried for a long time now too. And sure, you know, at first, you know, it was just a huge mess. But I would say that like it didn't take me 2 years to get over it. But you know, if you're gonna hold this grudge, I'm not saying that okay, you need to be you need to give them respect. You know, you need to hug them and kiss them and greet them or anything like that. I'm not saying that. You know, if that's very uncomfortable for you, then don't do that. But also, you don't have to poke fun at it, you know, and poke fun at them, because they're both, you know, not even doing anything upsetting. And yeah, I think I'm leaning more towards his dad, you know, like him, and as well as I'm pretty sure the majority of the family have moved on. I mean, his mom had found a real man, got a new boyfriend and all, and so really the only person that is living in the past is the OP here. So good luck to you, kind person. And I really hope that you know, things work out there. Oh, this is perfect. Okay, so would I be the a-hole if I buy a Nintendo Switch against my wife's wishes? This is gonna be juicy. Alright, so all talk of currency will be in Australian dollars, so bear that in mind. Thank you for that. Otherwise, that would have been very confusing. I'm 31. I've been a lifelong Nintendo fan. Needless to say, I would like to own a Switch. Who doesn't? A brand new Nintendo Switch costs approximately $400 to $500. I earn a good wage, not a huge wage, but above average. Okay, and he kind of just goes on about him doing well. That's great. Whenever I've mentioned a Switch to my wife, she has immediately laughed at the idea and dismissed it by saying, no, it's too expensive. I've also mentioned upgrading my PC, which I built in 2013, and received exactly the same response. I've also floated the idea of joining the gym at the local art center, and also other minor things. Always know it's too expensive. A couple of years back, I received a $500 bonus from work and would have perfectly covered a Switch. When I said this to her, you can guess what she said. So now, in fairness to her, it's not like she spends a lot of money. She does buy a lot of clothes, but she also sells some clothes too. She's definitely running at a loss, but it's not a huge loss, I think. Other than that, her only major expenditure is the very occasional short vacations for all of us. And I still maintain that there's no reason we can't have both those vacations and a Switch, and she's adamant that we can't. Now, with all of the above in consideration, I've had some money set aside in a different bank account this past year. Our lifestyle has not changed at all to accommodate this, and yet no is too expensive. Though she doesn't know about the... Oh my god, she doesn't know about the different account? Dude. See, am I the asshole for wanting a Switch, and would I be the asshole if I just buy the Switch regardless? Okay, so I wasn't expecting this line right here, though she doesn't know about the different account. Damn, dude. I mean, it's one thing to just buy a Switch, even though that you didn't agree as a unit, but you're hiding money from your wife, dude. That is a huge no-no. If you're hiding money, that's already just a breach of trust right there. You know, like and I would be very careful if she actually reads this. Oh my god, yeah, I'm sorry, dude, you're the asshole. I mean, okay, you're not You're not an asshole if you want to buy a Nintendo Switch against your wife's wishes. You're an asshole if you are hiding money from your family, from your wife, from your child. You do have a child. I see that here. Yeah, that's my answer, and I'm sticking to it. Well, all right. That right there was actually a lot of fun. Not gonna lie, you guys. This was a really fun subreddit, and I may have to revisit it really soon. In fact, if you, the viewer, enjoyed this video, if you enjoyed this kind of content, let me know in the comment section down below. And don't forget, if you've been nice, smash that like, and if you have been naughty, smash that like, and if you are both, then subscribe to this channel. And that right there is going to be it for today. Thank you so much again. My name is MigsXL, and I will see you in the next video.